Abandoned cities offer a haunting glimpse into the past, standing as silent witnesses to the fragility of human endeavors. Scattered across the globe, these cities, also known as ghost towns, were once bustling with life, but are now eerie remnants of their former selves. Their stories are often marked by a poignant mix of ambition, tragedy, and the relentless forces of nature. This exploration delves into the history behind some of these deserted places, the reasons for their abandonment, and the current state of these once thriving urban centers. Pripyat, Ukraine. Perhaps the most infamous abandoned city is Pripyat in Ukraine. Established in 1970 to house the workers of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, Pripyat was a model Soviet city with a population of nearly 50,000 by the mid-1880s. However, the Chernobyl disaster in April 1986 forced a swift and permanent evacuation due to the severe radioactive contamination. Today, Pripyat stands frozen in time, with decaying buildings, rusting amusement park rides, and personal belongings scattered as if their owners will return any moment. The city is slowly being reclaimed by nature, with trees growing inside buildings and wildlife roaming the empty streets. Kolmanskop, Namibia. Kolmanskop, situated in the Namib Desert in southern Namibia, was once a prosperous diamond mining town. Founded in 1908 after the discovery of diamonds in the area, it quickly developed into a bustling settlement with luxurious amenities, including a hospital, school, ballroom, and even an ice factory. However, by the late 1920s, the diamond fields began to dry up, and by 1956, the town was entirely abandoned as miners moved on to more profitable areas. Today, Kolmanskop is an eerie ghost town half buried in sand. The encroaching desert has taken over most of the buildings, creating surreal and picturesque scenes of dereliction, where sand dunes fill houses and remnants of former grandeur lie under layers of sand. Hashima Island, Japan. Hashima Island, also known as Gunkanjima, Battleship Island, lies off the coast of Nagasaki, Japan. The island was established in 1887 as a coal mining facility and rapidly developed into a densely populated urban area housing thousands of workers. At its peak in 1959, Hashima had a population density of 835 people per hectare for the residential district, making it one of the most crowded places in the world. However, by 1974, the coal reserves were depleted, and Mitsubishi, the owner of the island, shut down operations, leading to a swift departure of inhabitants. The island was left abandoned for decades until it was partially reopened for tourism in 2009. Today, it stands as a crumbling relic of Japan's industrial past, with dilapidated high-rise buildings and decayed infrastructure eerily devoid of human life. Centralia, Pennsylvania, USA. In the United States, Centralia, Pennsylvania, presents another stark example of environmental disaster leading to the abandonment of a city. Centralia was a thriving coal mining town until 1962, when an underground coal seam caught fire. The fire, which still burns today, led to dangerous levels of carbon monoxide and uninhabitable conditions. Over the decades, the town's population dwindled from over 1,000 residents to less than a dozen. Efforts to extinguish the fire proved futile, and by the 1980s, the government began a large-scale relocation program. Today, Centralia is marked by empty streets, abandoned homes, and the persistent smell of burning coal, with smoke rising from cracks in the ground. Pyramiden, Norway. In the Arctic archipelago of Svalbard, Pyramiden stands as a testament to Soviet ambition. Originally founded by Sweden and later sold to the Soviet Union in 1927, Pyramiden was a coal mining settlement. It reached its peak during the Cold War, housing over 1,000 residents. However, by 1998, the Soviet Union had collapsed, and the mining operations were no longer economically viable, leading to its abandonment. Today, Pyramiden is preserved in a state of arrested decay, with buildings and infrastructure left as they were when the last inhabitants departed. The harsh Arctic climate has helped preserve some of the buildings, and tours are now conducted for those curious about Soviet history and life in the Arctic. Abandoned cities like Pripyat, Kolmanskop, Hashima Island, Centralia, and Pyramiden offer a window into the past, each telling a unique story of ambition, exploitation, and eventual decline. While these cities have succumbed to various forces, from nuclear disaster and environmental calamities to economic downturns and depleting resources, they all share a common fate of desertion. Today, they remain as haunting reminders of the impermanence of human achievements, slowly being reclaimed by nature and the elements, yet standing as poignant historical landmarks. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.